Back to our Vectorworks 2026 drafting tutorials. This is going to be just a real quick run through of the basic tool project that you have been assigned. So with Vectorworks open, I'm going to go ahead and create a new blank document. And very quickly, I'm just going to come through to my document settings, make sure that my units are in fact feet and inches. I want them fractional. I want my tolerance to be 1/8 of an inch. We'll say okay. Then before I start, I want to change my basic line weight to 7. There we go. And now I can start drawing. So the first thing on our list is an 8-foot horizontal line. So I'm going to activate my line tools, keyboard shortcut 2. And I'll click to start that line. I'll tab in and say I want it 8 feet. And I'll click to complete it. Next, I need an 8-foot 45-degree line. So I'm just going to come straight down from this one. I'll click to start. I'm on a 45-degree angle. I'll just tab in and say I want that 8 feet long. And I'll click to complete that. It needs to be adjusted in terms of its line weight and color. So I'm going to come over here and say I want that to be a line weight of 20. And I want my pen color on that to be red. Great. Done with that, I'll just go back to my selection tool and deselect that. Next thing that I need is a 4x8 horizontal rectangle. So I'm going to activate my rectangle tool, keyboard shortcut 4, come over here, start my rectangle on corner to corner mode, and tell it that I want it to be 8 feet by -4 feet. So I'm going down on the y-axis. There we go. There's my 8-foot by 4-foot rectangle. I'll click to complete that, and that one is done. I need another one of these so I can actually just duplicate this rectangle here. The shortcut for that is Command D. So once I've got this highlighted, I can just say Command D. We can't see anything, but a duplication has been made. I'll go back to my selection tool. I'll grab that duplication and drag it down, and now I have 2 identical rectangles. With the second one selected, I'm going to change its fill excuse me, to the cast iron hatch. So I'm going to come over to fill in my drop-down menu where it currently says solid, and I'm going to say I want it to be a hatch. It's going to default to this aluminum magnesium one that I don't want, so I'll double-click on that to open my resource manager, and here is the cast iron. I'll double click on that, and now it has updated my hatch. Next is a 2-foot radius circle. So I'm going to activate my circle tool, keyboard shortcut 6, and just click to start and tab in and say I want, oh, I'm in diameter mode. That's the next one. Make sure you're in radius mode. Click on that to start. And we'll tab in and say we want the radius to be 2 feet. There we go. Now we'll go back to diameter mode and we'll do another one with a diameter of 2 feet. So it's going to be a little bit smaller. Okay, and I want the fill on that one to be blue. So I'm going to come over here to my fill. It's going to remain solid, but I'm going to select the color and tell it that I want it to be blue. There we go. The next thing we're going to do is to draft a 4x8 theater flat. These are basically the walls that we use in theater, and we're going to do this using the double line tool up here. So I'm going to select it, and I'm going to be in left control line mode, and I want my separation to be 8 feet. So once I've got that set, I can click down here to start my rectangle, and you'll see that those lines are being drawn 8 feet apart. We know that that flat is 8 feet tall, so that's already a given. We want it to be 4 feet wide, so I'm going to tab in and say we want this to be 4 feet. Enter, and I'll click to complete that. And because I have it set as closed, it's going to create the polygon that is a 4x8 rectangle. So now I need to do my framing. Remember, in theater construction, we're going to be using 1x material for this. So that'll be on edge, so it's only 3/4 of an inch thick. And our rails always want to cap our stiles. So I'll come back to my double line tool. I'm going to change my separation to 3/4 of an inch. I can still be in left line mode, that's perfectly fine. And I'm going to start on this endpoint up here. I'll draw it all the way across. Great, there's my top rail, my bottom rail, my left style, and my right style. And then I need a toggle right in the middle. So, excuse me, with that still selected, I'm going to go to center line mode, and I'm going to find the center smart point of my style. I'll click that to start and click it to end on this wall, and I have drafted my 4x8 theater flat. Next is some regular polygon shapes. The first one is going to be a pentagon with a 2-foot radius. So let's just say we want that to have 5 sides because that's a pentagon. And I'll click to start that. And I want a, whoops, not 2 inches, 2-foot radius on my pentagon, and I'm just going to eyeball it to right there. Looks pretty good. Next, I need a hexagon with an 8-inch edge. So again, back to my regular polygon tool, I'm going to select edge mode. I want a hexagon, so I'm going to have 6 sides. And I'll click over here to start it. And I'm coming across, and I want it to have an 8-inch edge. So I'll tab into there, tell it 8 inches, and I'll click to complete my hexagon there. Last thing is a series of intersecting rectangles and creating a surface out of them. So once again, we want a 4x8 rectangle. So I'm just going to activate my rectangle tool again, keyboard shortcut 4. Still in corner to corner mode, and I'm going to do this as 8 feet on the x-axis minus 4 feet on the y-axis. Great, there it is. And then I'm going to draw an intersecting rectangle. This time I'm going to do center to corner mode, and I'm going to click on this top right corner to start my rectangle. And I want it to be 1 foot wide, and I want it to be 3 feet tall. So that locks in those dimensions, and I can click that, and now I've completed this second rectangle. Now I want to combine these into one surface. So with this one selected, I'm going to hold down Shift, click this other rectangle, and come up to Modify because I'm working with a 2-dimensional item. Modify, Add Surface, and now it's combined those together. Last thing I need to do is a little bit of filleting and chamfering on my corners. So I'm going to start with the fillet tool. I'm going to set my radius to 3 inches and be in trim mode. And I'm just going to do all of the corners on the right side of this polygon. So these. Like so. Great, and then I'm going to switch to my chamfer mode, again being in, or my chamfer tool, again being in trim mode. Both of my first line and my second line are going to be 3 inches, and I'm just going to chamfer these last 2 corners like that. That is the end of my assignment. I can save this as under the file name, my last name _ basic tool project. So mine would be Richardson _ basic tool project, and upload that to the assignment sheet on Nexus.